Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. Soludo'S effort against insecurity yields dividend. Soludo's effort against insecurity yields dividend. To my dear listeners, from wherever you're listening from, please stay tuned as I read today's news. Prof. Chukwuma Soludo, Governor of Anambra State, had his job cut out as he assumed office. The state was ravaged by insecurity, which had threatened the election that brought him to office. As INEC officers and offices were routinely targeted and some politicians killed. But this seems to be changing after reaching an alarming level with the beheading of Fred and state lawmaker. Insecurity, including all other criminal activities, has always been a concern to all the successive governors of Anambra State, beginning with Dr. Chinwoke Mbadinuju, who governed between 1999 and 2003. Mbadinuju's administration was severely dented following a series of armed robbery and kidnapping incidents that took place during his 4 years' reign. Almost devastated and overwhelmed, Mbadinuju contracted the services of the dreaded and equally controversial Bakassi boys as a means of checkmating the menace of the men of underworld. Since then, Anambra has always been in the news for the ugly reasons of insecurity. Upon taking over as the governor and chief security officer of the state, former governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Prof. Chukwuma Soludo, made it abundantly clear that he would do everything within the ambit of the law and humanly possible to put in check all forms of insecurity, which included arson, armed robbery, kidnapping for ransom, and killing of harmless people. I will make sure Anambra is safe for our people, visitors and residents. Soludo assured upon his being sworn in on March 17, 2022. He even granted the criminals an amnesty if they could lay down their arms and turn a new leaf. Expectedly, the deadline for surrendering of arms passed without the crime rate abating. Therefore, since the carrot approach produced no appreciable dividend, Soludo decided to reach out to his stick method, Operation Restore Security in Anambra. Since the Southeast, Anambra Inclusive, is a Christian-dominated entity, Soludo requested that all the churches in the state hold a one-day prayer. This was interpreted that he meant well because Jesus Christ did well, for a part of the reason he started with prayer. His next line of action was vehemently going against the highly controversial Monday sit at home. This move brought him into a head-on coalition with the IPOP group to chart a lasting solution and peaceful coexistence with the pro-Biafra agitators. IPOP, The Anambra governor paid a historic and symbolic visit to the detained leader of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Sadly, as Soludo was strategically launching a security pad on a sanitized Anambra, the criminals were equally regrouping for a counter-operation. As a matter of fact, the criminals, their sponsors and agents intensified their ruthless action in triple fold. The saddest bend of it all was that Soludo, in spite of his good intentions in drastically stemming insecurity in the state, at that point, his effort produced no heartwarming result. It can rightly be said that in his first 100 days, the former central bank governor had been up to his sleeves fighting insecurity. And now, Anambra people are of the opinion that their governor is steadily winning the war against insecurity through the creation of Anambra State Vigilante Central Strike Force. He was said to have also initiated the process of joint security patrol. Soludo equally established what he called Security Trust Fund, insisting that Anambra must give government all the needed support without fear or intimidation. The governor equally provided dedicated phone lines, which were meant for the masses to volunteer information about the evil activities of the criminals. This, of course, he assured, comes with absolute confidentiality and classification, emphatically stating how he has been working assiduously to ensure that his subject and Anambra itself are safe. Soludo said, "We created a new Ministry of Homeland Affairs for Homeland Security to signal the emergency and utmost priority on Homeland Security." To my dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by at the comment section and let's know what your view is all about.